Oh yeah, I can hear y'all.
Wait, we want to ask you this: are home phases necessary for women, and if so, elaborate.
Well, being the seasoned woman that I
Your seasoning.
You got some Lowry's,
Some
baby.
Lowry's on her.
I have gone through some phases.
Yes, baby.
Okay.
I don't feel like it necessarily has to be a whole phase, but I do believe that, especially when you're young, it's good for you to experience other people. Don't necessarily have to have sex with them, but conversate, hang out, get to know people. Friendship first. I had my first kid at 19.
Right.
And so I was in a relationship, and I ain't gonna lie, I had some. My mama always told me keep a spare tire. So,
whoa,
damn.
Spare tire.
Damn.
That's why it didn't work. That shit didn't work.
No.
You had a couple spare tires and
Yeah.
you wasn't going all in. So unfortunately, the thing that you were trying to do did not play out the way that you wanted it to play out. And I mean that.
I gotta get that sound effect.
Spare tires are only good for cars. You dig me?
Oh, we having spare tires? Let me go get me a set of spare tires. That's what we doing? Let's do it.
So you had a little something on standby.
Let's do it.
You had a little
got me
something.
a couple of spare tires.
The relationship stood by because you had spares.
So you had a little something on standby.
I'm even trying to tell you guys at this point. Like, it's just the fact that I've learned something and I.
Yeah.
A spare tire. I feel like I'll go first.
Spare tire, bro.
I feel like women definitely have. Okay, I don't want to be a hypocrite because, like I said before, men and women both cheat. So I'm not going to make it seem like it's just women, but I do feel like women have spare tires more readily accessible than men. That's all I'm going to say. Women's spare tires are more readily accessible than men's spare tires, maybe. It's a lot easier for a woman. Yeah. It's a lot easier for a woman to have that spare tire than it is for a man too. So I'll just leave it at that. Like I just kind of feel like they always have and whether they use that spare tire, it might just be a spare tire that's just been there forever. And
might have
just
waiting for good tires,
waiting for a chance to save the day. Just been waiting.
Man, just get a nail in the tire.
I can't wait for this motherfucking nail to get in this tire so I can come through and just make sure she gets home safe. You know what I'm saying? Like their spare tires is just, you know what I mean? Whereas men, you know, the spare tires are, I mean, I'm not saying that we can't or don't have them, but I just feel like we don't, it's not as easy to have as it is for the women, bro. I'm only saying that because I've been a spare tire before. You know what I mean? Like I've been a spare tire, so I can only know, and I just patiently waiting just for my chance to be like, oh, you know, I can't wait. He gonna mess up, you know what I mean? And then boom, you know what I'm saying? And waited for a long time, and eventually, guess what? You know, I never got no play until the actual tires was fucking up. Then here I come, spare.
Right. I was about to ask JD, but I got y'all. Like so Stone. Do you have a spare tire? This is real deal, not figuratively, but like, do you have a spare tire in your vehicle? Like legitimately?
No, you got real. I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I think my car's like my truck is a 2020. I think all cars come with them.
I'm not like it's some cars that don't have them. Some cars don't have. They want them. Like I think kids. They want you.
I thought it was
they want you to slide up on you. Yeah, they want to be able to slide up on you if you have a roadside emergency. They want to do everything within a little hub or whatever. But either way, you know where your spare tire is, though, right?
Yeah, mine.
He's a man. He got to think about it a little bit. He got to think about it a little bit.
Because I never had to use that motherfucker. Like now that I'm thinking about it, I got different tires. I got like the bigger monster tires on my truck.
That's a good point. Yeah. You still got
to. Might not even fit on my shit. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, there you go. So you know your spare tire is not even accessible like that. You're not even sure if it's there or not. Now you got Sam and Caroline. Now let me ask y'all: do y'all know where y'all spare tire is?
A real
in
spare
y'all
tire?
vehicles.
Yes.
No, in y'all vehicle. In y'all vehicle.
Yeah. I know exactly where it's
The
at.
real spare
Oh,
tire?
you know exactly what.
Well, actually, don't ask her where hers is because we couldn't get to
I
it.
put it back already.
Oh,
Don't burn me.
Oh, so you know where it's at. She know exactly what
I
she
told her
handled
where it was
it.
at. I
Did
told her
everything with it. Put it. It's safe. It's in the regular play. Okay, and Sam, you know where yours is too, right?
Yes, and I know how to change the tire. I know how to lift the
I
tire.
don't know how to change a tire.
That's correct. See, so that's figurative. I mean, that's literal. That's literal. Figuratively, spare tires. Y'all got them all over the place, right? Y'all got them like in the garage, backyard, all that stuff in the car.
No, it's in my trunk.
No, I mean now
No, you're right.
we're
Some cars
going
don't. I just
figurative.
looked at. Somebody just told me that not all cars do come with.
No, not a newer.
I thought all cars came with the spare tire.
I think some of the newer cars don't.
So you have to buy it separately. You have to it's an add-on type of thing or what?
I don't know. Like I didn't.
It's not an add-on. It's like if your tire goes flat.
That's something that they have them and they're like under their car. And you have
that's what I'm saying. Like they're usually under the car. You don't know how to get it. Like it might be under the car. You don't know that it's there. But I'm pretty sure you gotta have a spare
under
tire.
the truck. See,
I'm just saying, folks. The women know a lot about spare tires, man. They just know. They know where it's at. They know, they know what's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? They know where to get it. And then I think that translates into figurative too. Like in figurative life, hypothetical. I think the spare tires, like Stone said, is more accessible for the women. You know what I'm saying? They know where to get them. They know how to put them on. You know what I'm saying? Just in case of emergency. It just translates into real life, don't it?
I don't know how to put on the spare tire. Actually, tires scare me.
You know how to get it on though. You can call somebody.
Yeah, I'm gonna call somebody.
Yeah, you can get it put on though.
Yeah.
And you know where it's at.
I know where it's at.
Are you gonna find your spare tire to put on your spare tire?
You gonna want a spare tire to put on the spare tire?
Call your spare tire to help you put on your spare tire.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
That's crazy work, man.
Some cars crash, have an emergency tire. Some cars have a full tire replacement. Yeah. Facts. But no, that's a safety thing too, man. Glad all y'all know where y'all shit is at, man. Motherfuckers be getting on the side of the road and all that shit, so it'll be wild. But no, that's what's crazy because no, with the fact that like she's talking about, when I was younger, I had a spare tire and this and that and the other. She said at 19, she was, I forgot, she said she had a kid or she was married. Now, I've been through like I think, I don't remember, but somebody had an older kid. I have older kids. So I had kids young and got married young, all this other stuff. So with all that being said, do you think it's like, I know the 20s is a time you really should, like in this society, you should be going to school, trying to figure yourself out, you know what I'm saying? Be able, hopefully have some kind of foundation if you had like parents to, help you out and la. But if it's not like that, you have kids early, or get married early, do you think that kind of stunts your life in a sense? Because we talked about this a little bit. I'm just interested to know, like, you've been taking care of your kids so long, in your 20s, your 30s, and by the time you get out of it, you're in your 50s or your 40s or whatever, and then you try to live your life as an adult when you should have been doing that as like in the 20s and get that out the way. Is there any right way? Is it benefits either way, vice versa, pros and cons, or just, what's your thoughts on that type of situation, having kids or getting married early?
I could go first.
You can go first.
And for me, I didn't really I had my life planned out a certain way since I was young, and it didn't go that way. So I think that having my kids kind of just saved me from where I was gonna end up in a situation that I was just, there was no coming back. So I think regardless of how much you plan your life or whatever, and you think that that's the path you're gonna go on, shit happens, and sometimes it doesn't turn out that way. as much as I didn't want to have kids my whole entire life when I was younger, I would give the world that the kids that I do have, like that they saved me from the situation that saved me from myself, like, you know, going down this dark path that I was on, because it didn't go that way. And there was nothing I just felt like I couldn't do anything. So yeah, I'm grateful for the kids that I have, because I did have a miscarriage for the first one. And
sorry to hear that.
yeah, so it's just like, you know, like, and even that was even putting me like in a darker path. So it's just like, yeah, I'm grateful for my kids. No, it wasn't the life I planned, and I was very strategic. I can't say that word. Strategic of how I wanted.
There you
my
go.
life
You
to
got
go.
it out.
Yeah, I know. Gotta hit my back of my head for a little. But it was very detailed. Like when I graduated high school, I wanted, you know, like I had my plan lived out, like literally.
Oh, you was one of them kids, okay.
And so yeah, so when after a lot of loss in my life, you know, my kids saved me, and I'm so grateful for them. And you know, maybe my life is not how I planned it, but I wouldn't give it up. Like, and you can't.
Are you making me emotional? Don't be like fucking emotional.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, you never plan it. You never plan it, whether it's expected, whether you live by like seeing so many family members get married or like forced into marriage because they're pregnant. Like, I see so many unhappy marriages because they were forced and because they got pregnant first. Like, it's like you never know. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people with that planet, and don't get me wrong, and the way, you know, things happen. But yeah, even if you don't, doesn't mean necessarily like your life is over, or you know, you're gonna figure it out. You have kids that depend on you every day to figure it out. So, and you will. Sometimes it's hard, but sometimes you'll get it done.
Fuck your shit, gang.
Yeah.
Hold on, we got a comment. I don't think you should have serious relationships in your 20s. You don't know what you want. You're just learning yourself. Yeah, I guess. So does that mean?
It just doesn't always happen like that.